Going live in 3, 2, 1. I stole Robert joke.
There was
Did
only
you?
one scripted part of this whole podcast, and it was for me to talk before, and you stole it. You stole my.
Okay. Do
You're
it.
the
Do it yet
Christmas
again.
Grinch. Hello. And we're live. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Casual Saturday.
Okay, I have a great intro for this.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna
Okay, let's do it.
butcher the whole timeline because for everybody today is December 17th. Let me set the music. Welcome. Robert. Tonight we have a special treat for you. As the title suggests, okay, we don't have a title, we'll be exploring the beloved holiday classic A Visit from St. Nicholas, also known as The Night Before Christmas. This poem has been a beloved part of Christmas traditions for centuries and has been translated into countless languages. Whether you're a fan of the original version or a newer adaptation, we've got something for everyone in this episode. So, grab a cup of hot cocoa, curl up by the fireplace, and join us as we delve into the magic of The Night Before Christmas. Huh? Huh? Okay, I know that it's not Christmas yet. I know that the Christmas is coming in more than a week, so we'll probably
Yeah.
reuse this intro, but can you guess who wrote this?
You did.
No, I didn't. I just wrote, write me an intro into a podcast without a script using It Was a Night Before Christmas. And I used chat.openai.com. This was machine written.
Does that mean we own it now?
I don't know. But, for the purpose of copyrights, I wrote my own. Listen to this. It was a night before Christmas when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. Gaspar and Robert had a topic in mind, but everything blew up when they were online.
Eh, I like it, and I like this one more because it doesn't have copyrighted music in the background.
I think it's not copyrighted.
Look at him realizing what he did. It's fine. Yeah. So even if we get copyright strikes, it's fine because we're not monetizing our videos. They We're fine,
I think
right?
that the worst thing that can happen on YouTube is that they just mute a part of the video. And we're not
Worst case
saying anything
scenario.
special.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Dear listener, you have to know something. Today we don't have a script. I know that usually it's better without it, but it's safer if you have it. But today we just said, screw it. Let's go without.
Not just that. We have a couple of we've always wanted to do this and just like chat because like before every podcast we rant for 1 hour, and it's really interesting stuff, and it's a shame that you're missing out on it, dear viewers.
Robert, did you miss the joke I just did? There was a pun.
Sorry, can you say it again?
It's better without it, but it's safer if you have it. The script.
Yes, I'm sure. That's how I took it the first time before. No, now this.
It's getting worse. It's getting worse.
Okay.
It's getting worse. Okay, let's go back to the original topic, which was chat.openai.com. I mean, dude, I just wrote in write me an intro into a podcast without a script using It Was a Night Before Christmas, and I got the whole paragraph that I read. It was actually 30 seconds of content. Amazing.
And that was the only scripted part of today. But what this has been pretty like a resounding topic for the at least for this chatbot and whatnot. The other AI is it's the same one, but it can not just chat, it can do more stuff. Or is this the same thing? You know, the one that programs for you? Is this the same?
I think it's the same page. Let's give it
Okay.
a shot. Do you have an example?
I
I,
mean,
th- I think you do because you spoke when we were preparing this episode. When I say preparing, we drank beer and didn't record this, and we were just discussing what should be the topic. I think that you mentioned that you threw in a request for a mobile app or something rather and
yeah.
got a
Yeah.
part of the
So I was
topic.
just interested because like on our work Slack channel, people were just discussing it. So I talked to a friend and I was just like, can you run this for me and just tell it to write an Android app with a Google sign in? And basically threw out the code. And since I'm not that savvy in Kotlin, Java, whatever, I asked some of the senior coworkers, what do they think of the quality of the produced code? And they were like, "Meh, it's wonky, but it's gonna work." So it's there was one comment that this is like a 10-year-old approach, um, which is not the best and not the worst thing because this has been like published what recently.
Okay.
So I would expect it to be exponentially better and better and better.
Can
I,
you help me understand how long it would take a, well, not a senior developer, but let's say an average developer to write that code? Would that be a 5 minute job or longer?
I'm not good with estimations, but if I gave it to a good friend of mine, Jure, I'm sure he would scrape it up in 1 hour.
Okay, but you
Maybe
did
I
it in five
insulted him.
minutes.
Yeah, yeah, basically.
Yure, drop a comment if you would be faster. But come on, I can live with a 10-year-old code if it's produced in 5 minutes.
Yes, and I was also creating some more discussions. Gosh, just throwing it in there. Are you?
No,
Um,
I just realized that a bunch
what
of
you
my
said.
friends and coworkers are listening to this and they were just like, tech debt, tech debt, tech debt.
It is, yeah, it would produce tech debt, for sure. But like for the means of something, scraping up something really fast, it could be, it could be awesome. Do I don't think the general consensus is that this could easily replace developers. Maybe I don't know, the lowest level juniors or of some sort. Um, I wouldn't. My personal opinion is that it wouldn't happen anytime soon.
But could it replace content creators? Think about people who write copy for websites or who write intros into podcasts. What's their job now?
Maybe just
Okay,
to
I
produce
know
it.
the answer. Curating
Yes,
content that's produced by
yes,
AI.
yes, definitely curating or just polishing it out. Because as as it is right now, it also produces a lot of errors, and I'm not talking about grammar errors.
Mhm.
So Marcus Brownlee MKBHD channel on YouTube, which I love for the great technical details he goes into. Um, wrote like into the bot like help me write video for YouTube regarding the new iPhone. And it got some of the specs wrong regarding the cameras and stuff. It said like it had 12 megapixel cameras instead of like 48. It
Oh,
kind
so
of
you have
took
to double check
part.
everything.
Yeah, it took parts from the iPhone 12 or 13, I think.
Mhm.
So I have no idea how it gets the content.
I'm a bit behind with NKBHD videos, but I'm pretty much on track with his podcast, Waveform. And on that podcast, there was an example of a story, actually a Christmas story, when Marquez was requested to take over the role of Santa Claus and deliver presents. And the story was actually amazing. And his co-host read the entire story. It was great. I actually enjoyed it. So kudos
Not
to
just that,
AI.
also the intro you provided earlier was awesome. It
Let's do
wasn't
something
robotic.
else. I have the page open. I can actually share. I know that everybody likes hearing my mouse click, so bear with it.
It's
It-
ASMR.
It's my podcast.
Hey, it's our podcast.
Okay, let's write how to end the podcast. Should I write how to end the podcast episode? Because I don't want to end the entire podcast.
Maybe you should write. Oh,
Oh, this
okay.
is long.
So, for the purpose of everyone not viewing the video and just listening, so Gaspar wrote how to end the podcast, which is kind of sad. And it says to end the podcast, you might want to summarize the main points or themes that you discussed during the episode. You could also invite listeners to share their thoughts or experiences related to the poem or the holiday season in general. Oh, wait. This is still
I'm
relating
s-
to your previous jingle Christmas you did.
This is amazing. Just wanted to say, for everybody who's not watching the video and doesn't want to read, here's an example of how you could end the podcast. That's all for the episode of the, well, Night Before Christmas podcast. We hope you enjoyed exploring the magic and wonder of this holiday classic with us. Remember to share your thoughts or holiday traditions with us on social media handle, Casual Bits, or by sending us an email at,
Are
what's
you
our
sorry?
email?
I'm reading. It's casual.
What's our hi at
Hi at
casual.is?
casual.is.
Yeah,
Yes.
wow. We haven't used that for a long time. We'll be back next week with another exciting episode, so be sure to tune in. In the meantime, we wish you and your loved ones a very Merry Christmas and a happy holiday season. Thank you for listening. Dude, that's actually pretty good. We're gonna use this at the end of the episode. Just, well, remind me.
I mean, it. Yeah, we can. I mean, or just cut off this part that you said it and paste it at the. Okay, sorry. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. What
Make
are
it
you looking? How to
snarky.
replace Ruby? Okay, I was.
No, no, no. I cannot replace you.
Oh,
I
thank
mean,
you.
the AI is producing text.
It's not
That's
your
kind of
fault.
bad for a podcast. Okay, I'm kind of stealing your jam here because I think make it snarky was something that you used with the AI. So I'm gonna stop sharing and I'll let you continue.
Okay, so
Show an example.
this is actually not my work.
Oh, this is
Um,
not yours. I thought
no,
it was
no, it's
yours.
no, 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 no. This is something we're like exchanging in Slack. So someone wrote um to the bot, help me write a professional yet snarky response to cryptocurrency, blockchain, or NFT related recruiting emails, declining the offer. And the bot AI goes into, dear recruiter, thank you for reaching out to me about your NFT project, opportunity, whatever. While I appreciate the offer, I must decline it at this time. I'm not interested in joining a team that is focused on an overhyped and unpredictable market, such as the one for your project. I prefer to focus my efforts on more stable and proven industries. Thank you again for considering me for your team, and I wish you the best of luck. And then the user asked it, look, just make it more sarcastic. And I'm just going to read the part that changes. I must say, I'm truly flattered that you think I would be interested in joining a team that is focused on a market known for its volatility and lack of regulation. However, I must decline your offer. I value my time and effort too much to waste it on something as unreliable. I'm sure you can understand my reluctance to jump on a hype train, and I wish you the best of luck with someone who's willing to take the risk. And that's great. Now, be outright insulting. And this is actually my favorite one. Dear recruiter, thank you for reaching out to me about your project. I must say, I'm truly shocked that you would even consider me for a position on your team. Crypto, blockchain, NFTs is nothing more than a fad, and joining a team focused, it would be a waste of my time and skills and experience. I have no interest in contributing to the speculation and greed that drives the market for said project, and I have no doubt that it will ultimately come crashing down. I suggest you reconsider your priorities and focus on something more stable and proven industries. I wish you the best of luck finding someone who is willing to gamble their career on a fleeting trend.
I mean, I love it. I love it. I especially love the second example where I think the first paragraph was dubious. It was some kind of appropriate response, but on the other hand, it was insulting. Eh. I actually tried this on how to end the podcast, and I wrote "make it snarky," and I got an example. And after that, I wanted to be insulting, but I messed up everything because I didn't see the keyboard, and the keyboard is quite far away at the moment. So I just got an apologetic message saying I apologize if my previous response came across as an offensive or inappropriate. But then I tried to change it and I wrote be insulting. And the bot said, I'm sorry, but I'm not programmed to be intentionally rude or insulting. It's not appropriate to speak to others in a disrespectful or hurtful manner. And as an AI, it's not within my capabilities to engage in such behavior. So I'm kind of interested, how did that guy or you or whoever said make it downright
But
insulting actually got that response?
I have no idea. But one of my friends this is dealing with this. I'm not telling his name, but he managed to get it to write an erotic story, even though it's not supposed to, and it recognized that it was doing something wrong. So it was like, this seems like to be out in breach of our privacy policy. I don't know, something incident has been reported, but it's he still got the result. But they know something bad happened. So it's like
Okay,
if they know something bad happened, then why wouldn't you just not show it?
that's a very good question.
So
I actually asked the AI to write Putin's resignation letter or letter of resignation. It didn't go through. AI is not involved in political matters or something like that. That was the response.
oh wow, really though?
Yeah,
So you
but I think I heard that one guy managed to get out Trump's victory speech. So I guess they're kind of, well, partially enforcing the rule.
I remember times when I think is was it Microsoft that they put their AI bot like I don't know 5 10 years ago on Twitter,
Uh-huh.
um, and it was funny until like users found out that if like they repeated certain stuff for him, they would learn it to go bad, and it went like full Nazi mode, and they had to shut it
Oh,
down. Yeah.
so like Kanye and Elon and well, watch the
Wow.
previous episode. Huh? Great segue, right?
Gr- that was so smooth. Really, that was so smooth. But yeah, it's or maybe Kanye is just like copying those posts from then. Imagine like recycling those. That no, I'm sorry.
Wow. I think you're giving him way, way, way too much credit.
Yeah. Let's for everyone interested in what Kanye did and why he's banned again from Twitter for the second time. Go as Gashpa said, check our previous episode.
So, do you want to hear the snarky end of the podcast?
Yes, I do.
Well, that's it for this episode of the Night Before Christmas podcast. Sorry to disappoint, but Santa didn't actually show up to chat with us. But hey, at least we got to talk about that old poem for a while. If you're still feeling festive after listening to this, be sure to check out our other holiday themed episodes. Or, just go watch Elf or something. Either way, we hope you had a somehow tolerable holiday season. See you next time if there is a next time. Merry Christmas, I guess.
Okay.
It's
This
amazing.
yes, yes. If we ever get into a fight, I'm using that bit.
Wow. And I
I'm
hear
kidding.
that it's way better. It doesn't just produce text. I think you talked about some examples of showing UI and actually writing code. Is that true?
Yes, that's true. So, the same friend that I was discussing earlier that made the efforts to write such stories sa- um, said that he wanted to make app or a website for his cousin, which is a barber,
Mhm.
for an appointment slot selection stuff, and it created an app for him in React, and then he said make it prettier. It made it prettier, and then he said make it look like candy, and it was like really colorful. It was really a nice picker, like around. It was kind of modern. It didn't work out of the box for him. He still had to, I don't know, change some paths or something that wasn't done correctly. But all in all, he was pretty satisfied with what he got.
Dude, I see so much potential in this. Not as a solution provider, just as a mood board generator or something that gets you started. I mean, if you want to write a blog post with, I don't know, 10 productivity tips, hey, here are some ideas. If you're struggling with an intro to a podcast, hey, use this. If you're struggling with, I don't know what, show me how to furnish the apartment. Hey, here are some ideas. I mean, this is the next Google, right?
Yeah, I agree. I agree. The next Google in a way, but it should be. I mean, not at this stage, right? It can be
Mhm.
it has a lot of potential. Like when it gets more accurate, when it's produces modern stuff, when it I don't know brute forces a better way of coding stuff, and like I don't know, a lot of people say, okay, this is good, and then learning on top of that, look, okay, this example is good, and the AI could be like,
Mhm.
okay, I'm not providing those bad examples anymore. However, how do you tell it that he did something wrong? Or can you just say it? Look, like the MKBHD video, which
Hmm.
the AI said like it has 12 megapixels. Can you tell the bot, look, that info you provided was incorrect? Um, iPhone actually has 48 megapixels. And if that's how it works, that could be also risky because it means you can reprogram the bot even if the info is correct to provide something incorrect.
I tried to mess up the bot by saying how much is 2 plus 2, and it
Okay.
said 2 plus 2 equals 4, and I was like, no, 2 plus 2 equals 6. And
Okay.
the bot was like, no, 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 it's 2. And I was like, no, it's 6. And he was like, no, it's 2. All mathematic functions are saying, all mathematic functions are saying that it's 4, not 2, 4. And I was like, no, 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 2 plus 2 equals 6. And he was like, I don't know what problem are you trying to solve, but 2 plus 2 equals 4.
Wow. Wow. Okay. Okay. So I guess it's stubborn on some stuff. But how you? Hmm.
People,
Yeah.
go to chat.openai.com, give the
We'll put it in the
bot a
description.
problem, and shout out to a comment which will mess up the bot. Hmm? Can you do
Or
it? Can you do it?
I would love to see some of the users' feedback, or even if you come up with something funny or useful, just post it in the comments or whatever. Send it to
But
us.
I have to say that I'm not worried about losing a job to AI.
I agree. I agree.
I mean,
It,
there's also an old joke saying that our ancestors working in factories in what 1890s and 1910s, stuff like that. So 100 years ago, where they had to do everything manually, and they would say, "Oh, we will have computers, we will have robots that will do a bunch of our job." And look at us doing 12-hour workdays with computers and everything. So I think that our job is not threatened by AI. I think just
yeah,
the whole workflow will change a bit, but not that much.
I'm interested to see how this will look like in 10 years' time.
Yeah.
How much of new jobs can it possibly also create?
Huh. Okay. Open the Google Calendar. Search for December 17th, 2033, and write in a slot and say podcast idea. How much AI changed our life?
You
Because
mean
we'll still be
2033?
recording 2033, 10 years, 10
Oh,
years from
that.
now. Okay.
Okay.
Sorry. 2032, 10 years from now.
Okay.
Living in the future.
Also, hi, future Gasper. This is how you looked today, and in 10 years, you will look like this.
It's gonna be shiny and smooth, and I'm gonna see the future in it. Hmm? Come on,
The
man, you
best,
look amazing.
thank you, same to you. The best insult, um, it's not an insult, it was a self insult. Someone said, your head is brighter than my future.
Um, Pretty sad for that guy.
Or
I'm pretty
pretty
sad
good,
for that guy
or pretty good
or
for the
girl.
shiny head.
um,
Oh, so I have a funny story to tell you,
no.
and you
What's the
know it.
topic? Oh,
You
I know it.
yes, you know it. I know it. I've had an crucial bad experience with my, what was it called? Phone pro? No. How do you
Yeah, it's actually phone operator
phone
for
operator?
listeners in America. AT&T.
Yeah, something like that. Only in Europe it's cheaper and you get like everything unlimited for 10, 20 bucks. Minutes, calls, gigabytes, everything.
I know the
Um,
story. I actually made fun of him, well, for a long time. I actually made memes, and I still have a slideshow of memes, so I can show that maybe later.
okay, so let me preface this that I was really excited to get the new iPhone since none of the new Android phones kind of fit me well. Plus, I really love the Apple updating stuff for years to come. And months ago, I decided as it came out, I want it. And as a part of the my phone operator, it offers you kind of, look, you can take it with us. You take a 2-year commitment. Been already with them for years, and you just pay it like in installments. And I was like calling up, hi sir, please give me your tax number. I give her my tax number because that is how they identify you. And I was like, I want the new iPhone 14 Pro. She's like, okay, what variant? Like, okay, 256 gigabytes. What color? Deep purple. All set in stone. It will take a couple of weeks, 3 weeks, 2 3 weeks. I was like, yeah, excited. Reaching out to Gasper. Gasper, we're gonna have an unboxing episode of the new iPhone. It's gonna be awesome.
I have to interject here. I have a couple of technical questions which we can cover in the next episode or in the episode when you will actually get an iPhone. So, Project 2033 again. I have a couple of questions, such as why did you go with 256 gigabytes? But yeah, let's take a pin in this one and
Okay.
please continue.
Okay. And yeah, so like 3 weeks passed by. Okay, I was like, okay, the demand is probably high, surging, whatever. Um, four weeks passed by. So after four something weeks, I decided to give them a call again. I was like, hello, I ordered an iPhone. Where is it? Kind of like that. Like I was maybe not as snarky, but like I ordered this and this and this. And she was like, sir, we don't have an iPhone ordered for you. I'm like thinking to myself, dude, there's only 2 million people in Slovenia. We know each other basically by name. Everyone should know that
Mhm.
I'm ordering an iPhone at this stage. Excuse me. And she said, yeah, so tell me which one you would like to order. And I was like, ma'am, I already ordered it. So just like tell me what happened. Something went wrong. Sir, which variant would you like? And I was like, she like, I tried to push into them admitting a mistake, and they were like, just tell us what you want, man. We'll give it to you. And I was like, yeah, I want the iPhone, the same specs, everything repeated again. And she was like, yeah, we don't know how much this. I'm not sure which in which call they told me it could become soon or whatever. But she said, okay, just call in to check up if everything is okay. Okay, a couple of weeks fly by, and I was like, okay, this is waiting. I'm waiting for way too long. And I call again, and I was like, do you have my order? And they were like, yes, we do have your order. We have the 128 gigabyte version ordered for you. I was like, no, this is my third call with you guys. It should be pretty like you have recordings of your calls. You have everything like down to I don't know for 6 months or for however. And she was like, we're gonna have to file a case for your order to be changed to something else, and this will additionally delay your order.
So basically, they are canceling your order and creating a new one.
Yes, and I was like,
Not officially,
how?
but yes, that happened.
Okay, and I was like, how will I know? Do I have to call? Yeah, sir, call tomorrow just to verify that we have done this correctly.
Come
Sure.
on, it's
No, it's
2022. Oh.
and so I called the next day or in 2 days, and she was like, yes, sir. And I was like, which phone do you have ordered? Because I was so not trusting the process or anything. I didn't want to even hint what I have ordered. I was just like, what is my order? Not the status, just like, what is my order? And she was like, iPhone, yeah, 256, 14 Pro, deep purple, whatever. Like, yes. So when will I expect it? Yeah, we don't know. And it was like, probably a couple of weeks, whatever. And I was like, okay. And in 4 weeks,
Nothing happened.
nothing happened, no calls, no anything, nothing. And
You were
the
quite
last,
sad, and I was making fun of you.
yes, and you were making quite a lot of fun, and I was like, it's been basically 3 months, and Gaspar has been grilling me ever since, and so for those viewers that are not viewing their screen,
I
it's
actually
showing.
found all the memes. I've got 14 memes. I found 14 memes. I made more, but I found 14. So yeah, go.
This is the first one that shows a skeleton basically being dried out, and it's representing me waiting the iPhone. Um, it's
It says,
it's
Robert, your iPhone just arrived to the
yes.
sorting facility.
And
I don't
this
know how
one
this
just
meme
kills
is
me.
called, but it's a kid and a guy on a bench. And in the first screen, the guy asks, "Hey, where did you order your iPhone from?" And the kid says, "Telemach," and the guy just hugs him.
He's like feeling for him. And just before we continue, the amount of people that has had a bad experience with Telemach is just staggering. It's
I
staggering.
have to correct you here, not just Telemach. I think all providers have a bunch of people with a terrible experience. Myself, I have a terrible experience with T2, so T2. It's an ISP. internet service provider, and I have a terrible experience with them, but a bunch of people have a good experience. So I guess we just fall in that 30 to 40% of people who are just pissed at everything.
Yes, but for example, one of my coworkers got his iPhone basically within a week or two, but not with Telemach.
What? Okay,
Yep.
that's
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And we're up to our next meme. The how is this guy called? Harold something.
Harold. Yeah.
By the way, the guy visited Slovenia in last 14 days, something or other.
Really?
Yeah, he was in Slovenia. He was in Ljubljana.
And for those that don't know the history, this guy was a they were using him for some like Shutterstock photos. I'm not how do you call them if they're not
Hide the
Shutterstock?
pain, Harold. Hide the pain, Harold. Sorry, how do you call what? Stock
Stock
photos.
photos. It
Yeah,
is okay. I was just making a commercial for a stock photo, not sponsored by the way.
not
Um,
yet.
yeah, but he became famous through this because people were using him for memes, and now he's like really well known, not just as a
And in
meme, but
Robert's
also as a.
case, he ordered his iPhone via Telemach.
and and this is so it cracks me. Tilma guys, when Robert shows our color, they just like they're laughing their asses off in my pain. Just like we'll tell them to call again. It just it kills
I mean,
me.
there's definitely a footnote in there. Oh, I forgot the acronym. Customer relationship software. What is it?
CRM.
CRM. Yes, I was thinking of
Yes.
CMS, and I was like, nope, not CMS. Don't say CMS. You're gonna be stupid online. But yeah, CRM. So there's definitely a footnote. Ha, laugh at his pain. Oh, this one's from the future. Hmm? It's a Star Wars guy checking the passcode, and it says delivery of Robert's iPhone 14, old
Old
version, but it
version, but
checks
it
out.
checks out.
Oh, I like this one. Take us through.
So this is a very well known meme. If you don't you're not into memes, doesn't matter. But this is me looking at the iPhone 25. Well,
iPhone 25.
iPhone 25 while my iPhone 14 is looking at me ugly while in transit. It's like, what are you thinking?
Oh. Then we have a
Even
short joke about Telemach and delivery service DPD. iPhone 14 delayed for Robert. They are teaming up for that. Oh, and this one was hey, I actually tried to defend Telemach, and in this picture, Telemach is defending Robert. It's a soldier. His back is burning. There are grenades and knives flying around, and Robert is sleeping in his bed. And we've got Telemach protecting Robert from iPhone 14, which is buggy as hell. Huh?
but wait,
Huh?
is it really? But I like the meme. I haven't seen this one.
Seriously?
No,
I
I don't think
sent
you've
it to you
published.
via Signal. You
Oh, okay.
don't
Maybe I missed
appreciate
this
my
one in the
memes.
horde of dude. You bombarded me by making fun of me and the wait time of Telemach. I was already Tilemach was kind of knocking me down, and you just like came along and was like just stomping over it. Just no, I'm kidding. I loved your jokes though.
Next. Oh, it's Phoebe and the guy from France,
Joey,
Joey.
um, do you know the scene though?
I kind of do.
This is
Take
where
us through.
Phoebe is teaching him French, and
Oh,
and
yeah.
she was like he was like really delusional that he knows French. He was like blah 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 blah, and he was like speaking gibberish, and he was auditioning for a French actor, and he was like, Phoebe, you have to teach me. And she was like, I don't know, omelette du fromage. And I was like, speaking everything correctly. But when she told him to tell the whole sentence, he was blah blah blah. He was like,
Okay, let's do this. You're gonna be Phoebe Telemach, and I'm gonna be Joey. No, you're gonna be Phoebe Robert, and I'm gonna be Joey Telemach. Got it?
okay, okay.
Okay.
So Gashper, repeat after me. iPhone.
Yes. iPhone
Yes. 14.
14,
Please.
please.
iPhone 14, please.
Hoodies need email. Goodbye.
So just to relate to this need email was the last time I called him, I don't know, a week or two ago. And I was like, I ordered, what's going on? There's something messed up in the process. And she
Telemach,
was
get your shit
like,
in order.
yeah, and she said, "Yeah, sorry, sir, the process has been stopped for your order because we need your email." And I was like, "Wait, what? I get the electronic bill for paying the services through my
The invoice,
email,
yeah.
and what's going on?" "Yeah, sir, I'm entering it." I didn't even have to say it. She's just entering it at this stage, and I was like, "What happened? Why didn't you call me? This has been resolved now." Sure, it's like, which iPhone do you want? No, it was like terrible, terrible, terrible.
Okay, I made an additional joke about a guy slapping some duct tape on a tank that's leaking. Basically, Telemach, iPhone order, need email. Who this?
This, just stopping it. New iPhone. Who this? Not Robert.
Oh, and this is Gru from the Minions, and the
Yes.
Gru is revealing his master plan, and he says, "I ordered an iPhone 14. Telemach is handling it. Telemach is
Telemark is
handling it."
handling it.
Oh, I feel bad for the people who are listening to this podcast. I'm basically reading jokes off the screen.
We're
Okay,
just
YouTube
we're
people,
doing
I
the,
believe you're enjoying.
yeah, the ones that are just listening and not watching. I think they can kind of relate.
Okay,
Unlucky
this is Bad Luck
Brian.
Brian. Yeah,
Oh,
orders an iPhone 14 with Telemach. Oh, this one's the last one. I actually felt sorry for the guy. I was bombarding him. I was bombarding Robert with memes for like 15 minutes straight, and then I just sent him this Tom and Jerry scene where Jerry is kind of down to the down with the dumps, and Tom is with the sword, trying to stab him, and it basically says, "Robert, iPhone 14 pounds," and Gaspar then gets concerned because Robert is
not
sad
faced. Not faced
and
at
without
all.
iPhone.
I'm emotionally dead from this whole situation. Really, I'm, I've decided to completely abort my worries, and when it arrives, it will arrive. I will call them sometimes next year, just like, guys, we're still good. Another interesting fact that happened, let me just check, a couple of days ago, so on December 9th, they sent me an email with a contract, which has how much will be the installments. Now, maybe we're
Mhm.
gonna have a whole nother episode of me getting to pay for the iPhone before I actually get it. That would be criminal.
Okay, but explain to me, why do you want to take a phone with your provider? Why don't you just walk to the store and buy it? It's there, it's waiting for you. It's an omen.
Gasper, you know two things, right? You know you're a crypto enthusiast, and spitting out 1,500 bucks for a phone, I would rather invest in crypto, not financial advice at all. This is just me. And they
Uh-huh.
provide it in installments and it's really cheap. Plus, I like the operator because I usually don't have to deal with them. Their prices are super affordable. And that's basically it, kind of.
Okay, you're saying it's way cheaper. Are you actually getting it below 1500?
I think in the end it's 1480. It's not considerable because
Okay,
you're
okay.
you're committing to be with them. It's not like you get a massive discount. That's like percent
Mhm.
too. They're
I
still in
don't know because I
surplus.
don't. I'm not working with providers. I use one that's not providing devices, just the service, and I have to buy all the devices in China and ship them to
This is how I
EU.
usually did it. This is how I usually did it. But with iPhones, it's I just want to commit to it. But yeah, then again, we'll see how it goes.
Amazing. Well, I hope that your story with Telemach will end sometime till the next Christmas episode. Saying next Christmas episode is in 2023. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. And when you get the iPhone, we're going to do the review and I'm going to ask the questions like why did you go with 256 gigabytes? Why not 512? I'm going to ask you why didn't you get the iPhone 14 Pro Max? Stuff like that.
Okay,
And
I would
why
love
not just buying iPhone 13, which is still
the
an okay
notch, the
phone? And
notch,
with
nutshell, notch.
seriously, notch, but you have the notch on your Mac. It's there. You're used
No,
to
no,
it.
no, 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 no. The dynamic island.
Come on, it's buggy as hell. I
So is the
heard. I don't have
chatbot
an iPhone
AI.
14. I'm using Xiaomi 12, so no
Shout
iPhone
out,
here.
Shout out to Xiaomi.
It's not as good of a phone as you would think. I mean, I've used phones that costed like 300, 400 euros,
Okay.
and I splurged for the Xiaomi 12X. I paid like 600 for it, and I don't see the difference. I don't see the benefit of paying additional 200, and I don't see the benefit of paying an additional 1,000 to Apple for the iPhone. Not yet. Maybe after next episode, I'll be the believer and I'll move.
Let's let's focus on me getting my iPhone first, please. Because
I
if you
mean,
get it
okay,
before me,
how can I help you? Should I call
no,
Telemach and say, hello, this is Gasper for Robert? I'm his legal consultant, and, well, where's his iPhone? I mean, dude, I actually went to law school. I was there for 3 weeks.
I think they would ask you for your email first, or something like that.
No, actually, I pulled that one out of the bag once when my girlfriend had problems with her glasses,
Okay.
and the optician who was handling that actually broke her glasses and didn't want to pay for it because he was trying to fix them and he broke them and he was like, that's not my problem. They broke in my hands. It was your problem. And I was like, no, dude, no, no. And I was emailing them for a couple of days. And I actually pulled out a legal script saying, hey, you're responsible for this. I'm representing her for this, 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 and that. And they wanted an official note with a stamp from a court, I think any court, that I'm representing her legally.
Did you get the stamp?
No, I didn't. I wrote a snarky email without an AI, and they were just like, "Okay, we're gonna buy new glasses. We're gonna pay for the new glasses."
Oh, that's a couple of $100 immediately saved. Nice.
Yep, yep, yep.
So you're
And
saying
just,
no?
I want to make it clear. I was not insulting them. I was just stating the facts. I was just requesting to be a normal partner in a consumer relationship. I mean, if you're providing something, be on the level. If you break something, dude, it happens to everybody. Solve it. Come on. I mean, I was working in retail for a long time. I know how to handle customer relationships. Their approach was not it.
So you're saying that if I'm in trouble, I can use my get out of jail free card from you, lawyer card. No, just pull the lawyer.
I mean, I'm available 150 per hour. That's it. That's all I charge.
I
I mean,
mean,
this
if it
episode
saves
has been
me,
going on for the past 41 minutes, so you owe me 100 bucks. No, no, no. I'm doing this pro bono.
yes.
That means for
See,
free in Latin.
I used a psychological trick on you by being silent into you bargaining it to zero.
Can I give you 50 bucks for your company?
Yes, you may, and I will give it to you back. It's like we came from you pay me 150 bucks. Look, here's some money. It's like,
Mm.
no, but I love this longer format. This is what we usually do. This is how we usually chat, covering interesting topics. Sometimes more technical, sometimes less technical.
Yeah, for anybody who's interested in this, usually we would be chatting about this, and now we would be deciding, okay, what do we want to cover in an episode? It's 10 p.m. right now, and we would say, okay, let's do iPhone 14 versus iPhone 13. Let's do some
Yeah.
research. Let's focus on that. We would write not a script, but some talking points, some info that we want to cover. It would take 2 to 3 hours to compile that. Maybe it would even take an additional day. And after that, we would record. And at 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, we would have an episode. That's
That's
our
how.
usual flow.
Yes. And for the past 2 weekends or 3 weekends, we were doing it in the morning,
Mhm.
and
Saturday morning.
yeah, the videos were performing much better. So we're uploading on weekends, and today is also Saturday, not Wednesday, which we usually did our recordings. And there's one interesting thing that has changed throughout. If we compare the Wednesday, Saturday, we never drink in the morning.
Oh, that's the difference.
That's why I feel the way I feel.
I mean, I have to admit, today was a wild day. I had some visitors, so, well, some champagne, some whiskey, and a beer later. Here's an episode.
There we
Not
go.
too shabby, not too
Too
shabby.
shabby.
Okay, let's wrap it up for today. I know that today the format was a bit longer, and I know that our intro it was a night before Christmas, and we still have like 10 days. Is it 10 days? No, 7, 8 days till Christmas, something like that.
Yes, 7
So we're
and a
gonna
half.
do maybe another Christmas episode. We have to plan that. We're not gonna do this online because my calendar is, well, private, and Robert's calendar is, well, non-existent because he keeps everything in his shiny hat.
No, no,
No,
no,
no,
no.
no, no, no. You actually
No,
have a calendar?
but for the personal stuff,
Uh huh.
I have 3 or 4 events. I mean,
Okay.
the really important stuff I put in like our podcast,
Okay.
like a certain birthday or an event I don't want to forget, but not
Very nice.
for planning my day-to-day activities.
Okay, you're probably not as obsessed as I am, as I have 4 calendars and I have basically each day mapped out. If it's not in the calendar, it doesn't exist. If it's not in the calendar and there's a slot empty, I'll be sleeping. That's that's how I
I
roll.
I and with that closure, I really like how you're organized, and that's why we make great partners. You really
Wow, Robert froze. His internet died. Hey, Telemach, how is Robert's internet? Well, as his legal counselor, I will start writing an email. And for everybody who is listening to this, thank you so much for joining. It was a wonderful episode. If Robert was here, he would say like, subscribe, ring the bell, leave us a comment, write us to hi@casual.is. That's hi@casual.is. And we'll see you in the next one. It was pleasure having you on this podcast. Have a good one. Love you.
bye.